Yeah, so as Juan said, this is a product demo, so I don't want to be just me talking. You can interrupt me any moment, okay? I want this to be a little more interactive. Mateo Burillo. I'm currently the product manager in Zentyal, so I mostly deal with establishing priorities for new features and also incorporating client feedback into the development loop. So I'm in contact with a lot of clients, and when I detect that this is important, this is something that makes people unhappy, etc., or very happy, I prioritize this roadmap. Okay. Okay. So first of all, Open Change. Okay. I hope you have heard about Open Change already in this during these days. So it's the big bet at Zentyal. It's like this silver bullet, it's core technology that we are creating, okay? And we need this silver bullet to tackle this scary protocol interoperability with the, well, mostly with the directory and exchange protocols. Okay. So we have this technology, this silver bullet, which is OpenChange, but is that what you need? That's not the only thing you need. You need to build a product around it, okay? Otherwise, you have a technology, not a product, and I'm sure you all understand the difference. And also, we are targeting the hosters and high availability market. So, okay, so we add on top a little bit of multi-domain, high availability, scalability, etc. Yeah, okay. So after this light introduction, okay, let's go to the more. I needed to wake you up a little bit. Okay, so in this during this talk, we are going to dissect the different parts and moving parts that we have in this new Zentyal Cloud product. Okay, you probably knew us before for the Zentyal server. Okay. This is basically having the same core technologies, but for the hoster, cloud, distribute, high availability world. Okay? Okay, so what is Zentyal Cloud? Well, cloud platform natively interoperable with Microsoft, but based in open backends. Okay. So if you have been on the talk from the Blue Mind guys, so this is the first, is quite unique. It's a technology that speaks natively with the Outlook clients, but all the backends, all the data is based on, as you will see, on MySQL, Dove code, Postfix, etc. So everything is open data, open protocols. Okay, so this is an example mapping of the different servers and technologies to nodes. Okay, in this case, we don't talk about servers anymore, because now there is Docker, there are virtual machines, so you have nodes. You don't talk about servers, and we have different servers, different services that map to the nodes. Okay, this is just an example. For depending on your scale, you may need different mappings. So in this mapping, we have a node that has all the Dove code, Postfix, MySQL, etc. The directory, in this case Samba. Okay. Apart from the directory, we have the provision API. We will go into more detail in the next slides. And these two backends here are holding the data. And in front of those, we have these OpenChange nodes, which are mostly stateless. Okay. You can spawn new nodes at your pace if you need more load. You can continue spawning new nodes, and these nodes don't hold any data. Just wrap all this information into the MAPI protocol. All this groupware information into MAPI. Okay, and in this case we have a frontal proxy. For our vanilla standard deployment, we use HA proxy to balance, but you can use any other balancer you want. Okay. So from the user point of view, we have of course Microsoft Outlook. We also have webmail, and on top of that, we have a nice admin interface that will facilitate the most common tasks. So yeah, let's go into a little bit more detail and see the main components. Okay, so we have the provision API. As you can imagine, if you have a distributed architecture and you may not have one directory, you may have 3 machines. One is the main node, you have additional controllers, etc. Same thing for dovecode. You may have a dovecode director and several dovecode workers behind it. So we use RabbitMQ and Celery for message passing. You can abstract away all this mapping to nodes. You have 3 Samba nodes. Okay, so when you create a company, you need to write the directory data, you need to write the alias in postfix, etc., etc. How many nodes do you have? What are their IPs? What are the login details? You don't have to care. Okay? Zentyal Cloud does this for you. Well, if you don't know RabbitMQ and Celery, it's basically a queue with a subscription model. So the new nodes subscribe to this announcement queue, and then when you create a new company, every node that it subscribes receives the message and does the appropriate steps to provision this new entity, this new business entity. Okay? And we will see that at the end of the talk. We also have a REST API, which is, we try to do it as simple and easy to integrate with any third party, because we know that if you are a big company or a hoster, you are going to have a billing system and IRP or a lot of other third-party systems, and integration is very important because Zentyal Cloud is going to provide the mail and groupware, but you need to integrate with everything else. Okay. Okay, of course, the Samba directory. Not much to say here that you don't know already. Business entities, users, companies, etc. And we isolate the different companies inside different organizative units. Okay, and then the isolation and filtering is done at the software level. And of course, it's Windows AD compatible. So it's helpful for some migrations. You need to extract or you need to put this Samba node as an additional controller of a Windows. So we had to do this with some clients, and obviously Samba makes this a little bit more easy. Okay, backends, postfix, dovecode, MySQL. So you know they are tried and tested. They are scalable. We have a lot of experts and books on them, and that's the interesting bit. Because if you want to extract your data from an Exchange server, you can, but you probably need some proprietary tools or some. Okay, in this case, it's MySQL and postfix and dovecode. So you want to do a metric over this data. You want to integrate with other platforms. It's trivial. It's as easy as it can be. Okay. The OpenChange node has OpenChange, obviously, OpenChange server, and also has a Samba member. Because as you know, OpenChange runs as a plugin inside Samba. So this Samba member requires authorization from the main directory. So it's not only OpenChange, but it also has Sogo for groupware and webmail. So all these calendars and contacts, the webmail that we will see later, this is provided by Sogo. There is also an integration Sogo OpenChange that exchange all this data. Okay. Okay, and then we have other parts and bits. Like I said before, we have HA proxy to balance, VirtualBox, virtual hostings, gateways, etc. So if you are running this on a cloud, like it's supposed to be, you will be using the All Look Anywhere protocol, which is encapsulated inside HTTP or HTTPS. So any web balancer will be able to manage these connections. So we deploy HA proxy by default, but if you use the balancer that is provided by your hosting architecture, that's fine as well. And we also use memcache to speed up some operations, and we have the web admin panel on top of that. Okay. So I like this product, I want to deploy it, okay? You have several options. Basically, there is the documentation, and you can go create the machines, SSH into the machines, and follow all the config templates, fill all the config templates for every Samba node, every Samba additional member, create the postfix configuration, blah, 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 blah. But who wants to do that, right? It's a lot of work. So basically, we provide Puppet scripts to make your life and our life a little bit easier. Well, you can see here. Okay, so we have this Puppet configuration. We have a compact one that is just 2 machines, 2 virtual machines, that is better for the development. So it has a lot of services in just 2 machines. But then we have several production ones that are 5 machines, like in this example. Okay, in this example, I'm running one Puppet deployment with 5 machines, 10 machines, 15 machines, 1,000 machines. Depends on your scalability needs, of course. Okay. Okay. And we also use Vagrant. Okay, we use Vagrant to generate the machines, and sometimes for development purposes, but also Vagrant Proxmox host is almost there, and yeah, we are also developing Vagrant Azure, any hosting provider. Okay. Okay. So as I said, those are the 5 machines. In this scenario, I created this scenario in the last talk, so it's just a matter of typing Vagrant up, not much else. Okay. And okay, so here 56.12 will be the Samba machine, the directory machine, and I have also deployed the control panel in this machine. But to create the first administrator for the first hosters, you need to go to the console. So let's create one. Think, create company. Think is the former name, as you know very well. And now it's Zentyal Cloud. It was Think. Marketing wants to change names around. Yeah. So yeah, if you rethink, it's translated to Zentyal Cloud mentally. Okay. Okay. So the hoster. So hoster.lan. Okay, and we can create user. This is the hash associated with this company. By the way, you can have 3 levels of nesting. So you have the hoster, you have the reseller nodes, and then inside the resellers you have the final leaf companies, clients, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Or you can have final companies behind, inside the hoster. But yeah, it's a 3-level tree in any case. Okay. So let's create the admin, not very original here. Okay. So admin at hoster.lan, admin. Okay, so we will take a look now at the control panel. It's fairly simple, and for some more complex operations, you still need to go to the command line, but it's for the most common operations, it's useful already. It's quite useful. Okay. So as I said, we are the hoster now. We can create a new company, which is going to be company.com. Okay, so here we can mark it as a reseller or as a final company. I'm not going to check this, so it's a final company. And what can we do here? Okay, so we can have a domain alias for this company that will map to the, let's call it, root domain. And there is a user template that will basically define what will be the configuration for the default user, okay, the default configuration. So whether or not it has MAPI access, it has access with Outlook, user quota, language, etc. Okay. So let's manage this company. You can see we are impersonating this administrator. You can create, well, I will do it now. When you create a new user, you can say that this user is administrator from this node in the tree down. Okay, because of course, if you are a big hoster and you want to have resellers, these resellers will be able to create companies and impersonate these companies. Okay, so you can have an admin in any of the different 3 levels. Okay. So let's create Willem, for example. Okay. Created. And let's create another user. This is Stefan. Well, nothing, I'm not talking much about this form because it's not very surprising, I suppose. Okay, and you can also create groups. Marketing group, for example, marketing, and yeah, put users in the group, blah, 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 business as usual. But also, you can enable group email, and when you enable group email, you can also add external accounts. So this is, in fact, this is a distribution list. They can be used as regular groups or also as distribution lists if you want to create emailing lists. Okay. What else do we have here? Well, the mail alias, forwarding if you are out and you want to forward your mail, etc. Okay. So webmail should be working already. We go here. Whoop. What did I do wrong? Here, yeah. Yeah, I was logged with other user before. Yeah. So Stefan, company I said, right? Yeah. Okay. So we already have a webmail working. It's not only webmail, as I said. It's also calendar and address books and so on. And here I have a Windows 8.1. So let's create Willem's profile. Willem, I don't know your surname, I don't care. Willem, company.com, Willem. Okay, next. Yeah, of course it's a self-signed certificate. I'm not buying one for this. Okay. So you see, auto-discover, out of the box. You don't need to type ports, blah, 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 domain name, etc. Yeah, this is provided with using AWS, as the guys at the other conference said. Okay. So the first start. A little, yeah, there it is, okay? So, synchronizing the data, local copy, and here we have connected to Microsoft Exchange, which is obviously a lie. It's connected to Zentyal Cloud. Okay. So yeah, let's do some basic testing here. I want to write a new email. By the way, we have also global address list support, so you will see only the people from your company and the groups in your company. So it's what I said before about the organizative units and software filtering. Okay, they are completely isolated. So Willem is going to write to Stefan. Okay. Hello. Hello, Stefan. And just a fast demo as well. The calendars. Let's suppose that we have tomorrow a goodbye party. Okay. Location, El Tubo. Let's go. Okay. Oh, I say goodbye. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, it's a new time. Okay. So we want to share this calendar with my friend Stephen as well. Read only. And the contacts, let's create a new contact. So, Reinhard, okay. Reinhard at zentyal.com. And let's put the picture here. Okay, nice picture there. Okay, save and close. I don't have your photo. Okay, and we decide to share this with our friend Stephen as well. Okay, so now if we go back here, okay, we have obviously the mail and also a warning of the sharing invitations from Willem. Okay, we have the mail. If we go to the calendar, we can open, and it's also auto-filled with the people from our organization. So I can search Willem, it will auto-complete. Okay. You have the goodbye party. And the address book. Okay. Willem. I think I added already or not. I don't know. Yeah, I think I clicked twice. Okay. So perfect interoperability between Outlook and the webmail. And if you were using Thunderbird with the Lightning extension for calendars, and I don't remember the name of the extension for contacts, it will be exactly the same. So finally, these people can work together in a very transparent way. Okay, so this was all deployed 2 hours ago with Java run app command. There is no special magic here. Everything is out of the box deployment. Okay. So apart from this, I want to show you very briefly the REST API. Okay, so if we go here to docs. Okay, here we have Swagger, which basically adds a nice web interface on top of your REST API. And here you can see all the commands to create new companies, to retrieve the information, to delete. So as you can see, if we want to create a new company with this API, it also has examples. So let's create protocols, Plugfest. Okay, Plug. Okay. Plugfest. The conference. Con. Okay. Okay. Here we can select if it's a reseller or not, and this will be the node app in the hierarchy. Hoster.lan, I think I put. Okay. So yeah, first of all, I need to make sure. Okay, that I need a cookie. I need a cookie like I'm the administrator of this hoster. Okay. So try out. Create it. if we go here, and okay, so how easy is to integrate with these APIs? It's very trivial, as you can see. You have all the API, all the examples, all the entities to create, delete, everything. Okay? So this is basically it. Any questions you may have now? Yeah. ActiveSync is included on Zentyal server, and we are porting to the multi-node architecture of Zentyal Cloud. It won't be there right today, but it's a matter of a few days. Okay. It's just anything else? Any other question? Other product? Yeah. Yeah. If, as I said, if you use Thunderbird on the backend, I mean, we are using IMAP, CalDAV, CarDAV, etc. So it's the open change node that does the magic of encapsulating all that into MAPI requests. So Outlook can understand this natively. But if you can attack directly the backends. If I take my Thunderbird and create the account. I'm reckless. Okay, so we'll I don't remember anymore. Company.com. So obviously the DNS will be the 11, I suppose. Oh, sorry. Ouch. And now Thunderbird is stuck. Okay, but you have seen the certificate warning because I'm talking to the server already. Now, yeah, the account is configured. Okay, so if I send a message to myself, Willem company.com message to myself. There you go. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So thank you guys. And any other question, you know, you can find me around. Okay. Okay. I was faster than expected. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, because basically, well, we have automation scripts here. Yes, I was running a ping to make sure the connection was not going out in any point. So this is this will be the 5 machine scenarios. It's one of the most basic ones. Has 2 open change nodes, just the bare minimum to demonstrate that there can be load balancing. Okay. And I mean, we are using Puppet technology that automatically this config, you automatically select the IPs of the nodes and provision them. So we use Vagrant to create the boxes, either in Proxmox, Azure, Amazon, Docker, whatever, okay, or VirtualBox, like that will be the case in this demonstration. And then once the machine is created, we use the Puppet provisioner that starts a process. The first steps of the process are retrieving the repositories, and then it automatically fills all the templates, reruns the services. And that's very important because this is not just that you don't have to do it by hand. It's what happens if you need to scale automatically. You need to run the stateless nodes, like the open chains and so on node. You need to keep creating ones because MAPI is much heavier than IMAP at the end of the day. So if you receive a lot of connections through these nodes, you eventually you will have to spawn new nodes and tell the balancer in front of them to take these nodes into consideration. And you may need to, if you have enough workload, you may need to do that automatically without a human actively creating a new node. So you need to have a mechanism that creates and provisions new machines automatically, okay? So yeah, any other question? Okay, so thank you very much.